Hi there YouTube. I'll be teaching you how to produce a very signature wobble bassline used by many dubstep producers such as Rusko. And here's an example of what you'll be able to produce by the end of this tutorial. That's a really basic bassline, and I'll get started. Let me just take out what I've done so far. So I already have a really basic drum bassline, which will provide the rhythm for this song, and it's just pretty basic, something I just recorded and sliced up with Dr. Rex and Reason. But you can use any basic drum line, even just a kick and a snare. But to be able to get that kind of cool dubstep bass effect, I'm going to make a new pattern. So let's see, bass tutorial pattern. Pretty bad name, but that'll work for now. So we'll create a new 3x OSC, and this is just this is 3 oscillators basically. So sort of an organist sound. But what we want is a dubstep sound. So let's set the first oscillator to square wave. Getting there. Let's set the second one to this kind of triangle wave. A little bit lower. It's a little bit more harsh. And let's set the bottom one to square wave. I'll show you what it sounds like with a triangle wave. Sounds pretty bassy. But to get it all the way there, we'll use a square wave. It adds that extra oomph, and this is a little bit more random. So that's what you would use for white noise. Just I thought I would point that out because that's useful for main leads. So now where all the magic happens is instrument properties. If you go under to cutoff, so this goes padding, volume, cutoff, something, I don't know, pitch. So you would use cutoff mostly, because what happens is that if I play this, and then I can turn the cutoff down. To control the cutoff, we'll use LFO, and basically it'll just follow this sinusoid pattern and adjust the cutoff from 0 to the top. So I'll turn the amount all the way up. So now I'll increase the period of the wave. So now it's much faster. So, and we can even go like for some really. So you want to vary this up in your automation, but you can already hear that bass. And we can adjust the mod X. I like adjusting the mod Y to get different sounds. This is interesting. So you can do this with automation later too. So for a little bit different sounds. So I increased the mod Y a little bit. So now let's get our basic pattern in with the piano roll. So let's see. So this is a really basic pattern. So really basic chord progression. So now what I can do from there is alter and automate this the speed of the LFO and the modulation of the cutoff, and by changing the parameter for the period of the sinusoid, controlling it. So I'll create an automation clip. And from there, let me just drop this down. You don't want to go all the way because then it'll be way too fast and it sounds ugly. So I like going to hold mode. This is the most convenient thing for this kind of thing in their automation for handling cutoffs, but you can use a whole variety of other stuff. It doesn't really matter. So let's change this up. Oh, other thing. You have to put your bass line in. Otherwise, nothing will come out of the speakers. So let's go ahead and listen to this in song mode. So yeah, so the automation is working. So we can use this to change the period. And remember, the lower you go, the faster the faster that the cutoff changes. And this is thereby faster the wobble goes because it's the period of the wave. And yeah. So I can go ahead and edit this up. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. And so you have this pretty nice bass line already. Now you can always add other stuff. Like I can go in and add, sorry, not the mixer. You could go in and add some basic. You could go in and add some really basic samples and effects, like. So say I like this chain gun shot. I can easily add that in. Yeah, and I can always edit that, but right now, so that's basically what this tutorial is about. And you can get some really nice bass lines out of this. This is where almost every dubstep producer starts out. And they might use different synth patterns, like you can use some nice things in Massive, but I find it easier to deal with it in 3x OSC because then you can deal with everything in a very clean and easy to use manner where you can actually understand what is going on, and that can help you deal with more complex effects when you get later on into your production. So if you like this tutorial, follow me on SoundCloud. It's www.soundcloud.com/ParisJane, or subscribe to my channel, Paris Jane Music, on YouTube, and you can also like my Facebook page, Paris Jane Music, or if you want more tutorials like this. And the FLP page will be in the description of this tutorial, so you can download it from there if you'd like to try and replicate this yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.